Good afternoon. I'm Rick Dancer. Welcome. Um, how are you today? The rain is on the way. It's supposed to get windy and stormy here in Western Oregon. So our Indian summer is probably about to be over. That's the way it goes in Oregon. You got to expect it. So, you guys, I have a client who wants to give some stuff away. Any lab test now? Oops, I've got the wrong brand up here. Let me go like that. There we go. See how I just fixed things right at the last second. Yesterday we did a show in veterans over at Any Lab Test Now, and they had a $200 credit to the lab for a veteran and a $100 gift card to Target for a veteran in need. But we forgot to do it. So I was going to throw that out there. I'll put it in here. If you know a veteran who could really use some help, we do. I'd love to get names from you. You can send me a personal message. We want to give a $100 gift card to Target to them, and we want to give $200 in credit to Any Lab Test Now, where they can get any lab test done, like 8,000 different tests. And then anybody who watches this can get 30% off your vitamin D shot, or a test to find out what your vitamin D levels are. I'm reading my phone. So what are you guys doing today? I got up this morning and I was reading or listening to a motivational guy. I think I wrote his name down. Hold on. Les Brown. Super cool guy. And I'm listening to this guy talk, and he says something that was really, really cool. He said, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you're going to land among the stars. And I thought, God, how many of us are like that? I mean, me, you, we set our bar too low. We set our expectations too low of what we can reach and what we can do. And I think a lot of that comes from our past. Just things in childhood, things and people knocking you down and kicking you, because let's face it, we live in a world that loves to kick and knock people down, and it kind of thrives off of it. But what if you didn't have to live that way? What if you could kind of create your new reality, a new story of who you are, what you're going to do? And I think we all have that ability to do it. It's just getting our head out of that fog and being able to do it. I get in a fog all the time. This has been a long week, last week and this week, just waiting for, you've got COVID numbers are going up. You've got people get really on edge. And I would like to see people, I understand there's a fear factor there for some people. And I believe me, I take it seriously, but I'm not afraid. And I think when people get afraid, they get cranky and they make kind of bad decisions. And I'm seeing a lot of that right now. So I'm out at a shoot the other day with a client, and somebody walks up to me and says, right in front of these people, says, and we were doing interviews, so I didn't have my mask on because you can't hear what I'm doing. And this lady goes, really rude. She goes, hi, Rick, how are you? She was nice. And she goes, get your mask on. And the people that I'm with looked at me, and they went, oh my gosh. I said, welcome to my world. When you live in the public eye, that happens. And it's not unusual for people to think that they can say just about anything they want to you, and it doesn't really matter that you're not a human, or that you are public property sometimes. And for the most part, I'm pretty used to that. I lived most of my life that way. But there are moments. I went home to my wife and I said, I don't realize sometimes how much I put up with that. Everyone is tired and don't tell us what to do. I am so, Leota, I am so with you on that. Did you hear today? I don't know if anybody has talked about this yet, but I guess one of the new people that Biden has put on his staff for COVID is saying that we need to lock down for a month to 6 weeks in order to stop this from happening. So it probably wouldn't happen till January, but, and then it said that they're going to, they pay you. I believe that when I see it, but how do you lock down a whole society for a month or 6 weeks without huge ramifications? I wish my childhood was better. Doesn't help with all this shit going on. Yeah, I think it, I'm trying, hi Vicky, I'm trying to look on at a good side of some of this. And I think it's causing us to, at least for me, it's causing me to have to really work hard to think positively. And I'm also starting to kind of go outside the box of what I do for my business and do other, be open to other kinds of things coming in. And kind of hunkering down and going, you know what, I got to do whatever I can for my clients to help them, and that's gonna be the best thing I can focus on right now. Yeah, I'm not sleeping great. Just that, you just wake up in the middle of the night and you think, what if, and I have to kick myself because I can't go there. I can't keep doing that. Thankfully, I'm not in the public eye, and I also live in a rural area. Biden won't find me. Gloria, you bad girl. Yeah, there's just a lot of, I feel like, fear is really over. Well, I wrote a blog about this last night. I just think the media is out of control. We are locking ourselves down in LC, just doing what we can. School was closed today. I'm realizing that pandemic fatigue is real. Too many people suffering. Yeah, that's what they were calling it. I hadn't heard that term yet. But yeah, that fatigue of doing this for so long. Well, I don't think we were meant to be locked down. And again, I'm not. Don't anybody come after me because I'm not taking it seriously. I do what the rules say I'm supposed to do. But I don't know. I don't see how they can make everyone stay home for more than 30 plus days. I won't stay home. I'll get in my car and I will drive as far away as I can get. Yeah, my wife won't do that. You're a great person. Well, Guy, that's awful nice of you. You know what? I'm just a guy trying to figure this thing out. And what I find interesting, and I'm just going to go there a little bit, is it's very two-faced how things are being treated, and the media is really out. I was a media guy, so I know, and you cannot ask questions of one person and not of another. And you have to look at this. You can't ever get to a place where you say Joe Biden is right, Donald Trump is right, and then because then you start reporting that way. You're always supposed to, as a journalist, be somewhere in the middle where you're criticizing both or asking the same thing. You did this. Why did you do this? But I'm not seeing that. And I cannot believe that people aren't calling this out. And I think what happens is, because I know when I was in the business, I'd see this a little bit. You'd have, a lot more people from the left in the newsroom than you did on the right. And we tried, but even then, my news director, they would balance you out. They make you be fair, But I think sometimes when people think that they're right or their position is correct, then they lose sight of what is fair, because I'm telling you this because this is the right thing you should do. And anytime you're a journalist and you start thinking that somebody's right and somebody's wrong, then you're going to be biased on a story. The media is completely out of control and negativity is horrible. I can't watch it. And the only reason I know anything about what they're doing is when I'm at the gym and sometimes I'm in usually 3 times a week, I'm in the cardio room and the TVs are on. And so then, it's kind of like watching a traffic accident, and I'll look up and I'm like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Rick is his own man. Yep, I am. I haven't always been, but now I am. Hey, Rick, figure it out. I find it, Janet, and I'm not picking, sad is a great word. I find it repulsive. The whole thing is just, what we as human beings do, and it happens on the left and the right, is we only see what the other people do. We never see ourselves doing it. And it's like, now you see the Biden camp doing the same thing the other camp was doing, and they can't even see it. It's like we're blind to our own stupidity. I appreciate your guidance and the way you present your information, Rick. Well, Jake, thanks, man. I try, I'm not a journalist anymore, so I do tell you my opinion, and that gets me in some trouble, and I get some people mad. But you know what I find? The more I'm honest and upfront and real, the more people come and hang out here, because that's what we're all looking for. We're looking for authenticity, and the news media is not offering that. They're a business, and they're not offering authenticity. They very much have a message. I just had a window visit for my granddaughter, as our nursing home in Fort Worth is in COVID lockdown for 9 months. Breaking my heart not be able to hug. Oh, Karen, I'm sorry. That sounds awful. I'm sorry. I remember you from KZI when you came to interview my 104-year-old friend Glen Powell in 1999. 104. Wow. And guess what? Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. You know what? I don't care. My new iPhone comes tomorrow. You know how you get excited about the little things? So I'm looking forward to my new iPhone comes tomorrow. I have a meeting with my business coach and my wife today at 2:00. So that's fun. She's always fun to have around and do that. And on Monday, I get my tattoo under here. I'm going to get it, the Wallowa Mountains put down here by Jake over at Subdermal Art Collective. They're all full of crap. Who needs to do cardio? All I have to do is watch an hour of the news and my heart's pounding. Kim, different kind of workout, girl. Come on. You're right. Too much bias. The news media offers nothing. Me nothing. It offers no one nothing. And the other thing is they don't have, on the local levels, they don't have the experience that people had back in the day. The news needs to talk about how this has affected teens' mental health and the health of recovering addicts. Yeah, you mean like what we do? Very sad. I have several friends, and Zach, so do you, because they're mutual friends, who are in relapse because of the reaction. It's not COVID. I think we have to be really clear how we put that. It's the reaction to COVID. COVID doesn't cause mental illness. How culture reacts to COVID can cause mental illness problems to surface. And reactions, the COVID just makes people sick and kills very few, but some. The reaction has the other cultural things. We got to keep that straight. Tani is going to be a Good Friday the 13th. Think positive. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Which phone did you get? I'm getting the big boy. I'm getting it's coming in tomorrow. I've got the iPhone 12 Pro Max because I use it for everything I do. So this was my 11 or my 10. And so I'm getting the big one. So I ordered it. Then I got to go in and get it switched over. That's going to hurt. A year to remember. Or not. Yes, Connie, it is. I'm expecting something very exciting to happen tomorrow. Well, I thought it was kind of funny that my iPhone's coming on the 13th, that Friday the 13th. I'm like, oh my God, please don't be anything wrong with it. Somebody wrote me the other day and said, Rick, you wipe your face a lot, your nose and your mouth. Well, it's because I have, this time of year, I get like colds all the time, and I always have. And so I have to do that. I had the 11 Pro Max. That's cool. Yeah. Political fatigue, COVID fatigue, cancel culture are too real. Yeah, I have cancel culture fatigue as well. Did you guys see where, I don't know any specifics, but Governor Brown was looking for or got some $600,000 grant money for COVID to help people who are in the industry, the sex industry, like prostitutes and stuff like that. But the interesting part of it, someone pointed out to me, is that the only people not eligible for that the only people eligible are transgender, gay, or people of color. So anybody who's white, who's not transgender or gay, it doesn't qualify for that money. So if I had a kid who was in the sex industry and needed some COVID relief, they'd have to lie and say they were transgender or gay, I guess, to get that. What is that? I mean, I want those people to get help. I want people who are gay and transgendered and people of color to get help. But what about, I mean, white is a color too. I think that people, you know, everybody should be helped if they need it. I thought that was the weirdest thing. I have the train outside my house also. I love my train. Terrific. Went on alive. Miss you, buddy. Where are you living now, Allison? So you guys, if you know a veteran who's really could use a little help, I have a $100 gift card from Target from any lab test now, and they're going to give a $200 credit for lab work to their place to someone who needs it. So if you could, you know, let me know, message me, tag me, and also anybody. I had a vitamin D test yesterday, so I'm going to find out. My level's always low, and probably most people in the Pacific Northwest are, but it's nice to know what that is. So anybody that wants to get their blood drawn from the Indy Lab Test Now over on Garfield, you can have that done, and if you mention Rick Dancer, you'll save 30% on the test, and then you'll know what it is, and then you can go get a shot like I did from them, or you can go get just stuff over the counter. But you'll know what it is. And it's really for COVID. There's some evidence that's showing that vitamin D, keeping your levels high, will actually help your immune system to help ward it off. But it also does a lot of things I do it for depression. But there's a lot of other things. Exclusion. Yeah, Hayden, you think? I know, guy. It is crazy. South Carolina. Huh, how interesting is that? They're successfully dividing us. They're bringing back segregation. People died to end segregation. Now craziness. I agree. Vitamin D. All right, see you, guy. Have a good day. Vitamin D, yes. So Kim, if you want to test and have a blood test, it's just a blood draw, and they'll tell you what your level is, so you kind of know, because you don't want to overdo vitamin D, but you also want to know where your level is. So it's any lab test now. Over on Garfield. They're a client of ours. So if you like our content, they're one of the, but we were going to do this yesterday when they were handing out flags to veterans, but we forgot. And so I said, you know, I'm just going to do a little show, and I'll just put it out there and let people know. So anyway. Oh, sorry, Lynn, hold on. I got you. We start using our brains again. Use some critical thinking. Remember what we've been taught to do when we are sick. Remember what we do when you get sick. And that's not lockdown or masks, just my opinion. Yeah, Lynn, I have been preaching the critical thinking skills. I think we need to do away with public relations classes in our schools and start teaching good old fashioned critical thinking, because we have it's an extinction. It's a dying breed. It's like the spotted owl was. It's like the marbled murrelet of teaching. People don't understand how to critically think through something. And I think what, Kim, they don't take insurance, but what I don't know, do you have an HSA? You should look into getting an HSA. I have insurance, but I have an HSA, and I put my money into my HSA, and then I pay it out of that for any kind of work I need done. Because the nice thing is I don't have to go to the doctor. Otherwise, you got to go to the doctor and have a blood test, and then I have to pay for that. So anyway, it's just an idea. Amen. I know. It's like people need to use their head, but instead what they do is they just line up with the party. We're very much a culture that what feels right. Problem with feelings is they'll misguide you. Any of you who've been in love, you know that. Feelings are awesome. And they when you combine those with your brain and your critical thinking skills, you're unstoppable. But if you go out and you fail to use both, and you just think from your feelings, you end up in a world like we live in now. And so whatever feels right, well, you know, there's a lot of things that sound like they feel right, but doesn't mean they are right. And we got a whole bunch of people living that way. And rather than thinking through the big picture, and I think big pictures are really hard to see for people too right now, because we want what we want. And, you know, I won't go on any deeper than that, because I'm just trying to be, I'm not trying to be good. I could give a shit about being good. I'm just trying to, I don't know. I hope we have some healing. You know, it'd be really, I'll go here. Here's something that I've taken for several years now and haven't been sick since. Oh, wow. I'll have to look that up. Tawny. Thank you. Thank you for your logic and wisdom. Oh, you're welcome. I don't know how much wisdom I have, but it's just life. I'll bring up something kind of hairy that could get my, as my mother used to say, my tit in a ringer. You know what I would love to see happen? I would have loved to see this happen during the Trump years. So if we have this so close, like 47, 48% of the people in this country voted for Trump, and the 51 or 52%, whatever it is, voted for Biden. So that means we're pretty split, right? That means there's a lot of people that are one side, there's a lot of people on the other side. So rather than going to the far left right now and doing everything that the far left wants, what if they were to push it more towards the middle and try to come up with some kind of a compromise? And I agree, during the Trump years, this should have happened too, but it never happens. But this would be ideal. Then all of a sudden you realize, oh wait, almost half the country believes this. So maybe we can come up with a plan that satisfies some of our needs on the left and some of the needs on the right, and stick more of this moderate middle territory, so everybody can feel like they either lost or they gained, or it was a compromise or something like that. But instead, we always go to the far right or go to the far left, and then you make half the people disengage from this. I think we're going to lose a lot of people in the process of this. Have you ever listened to the album Hemispheres by Rush? Read the lyrics? It explains our struggles so well, the things that people forgot. I have not. Rush the song, right? Not Limbaugh. Common sense ended in our generation. Yeah, Karen, newsflash, there's no such thing as common sense. Sense is not common. Not in the world we live in. Yes, we are taking that. My daughter suggested it. Oh, let me write that down. I'll tell my wife. You guys are helping me out now. So it's Quercetin. Did you get that at any health food store or grocery store or what? Where do you guys find that stuff? I would love to know. So what else is on your mind? Rush the band. Yes. I don't know, man. Oh, I don't know. So if you guys do have a veteran, would you let me know? Somebody, and I want somebody that really needs it. I mean, that, not like anybody can't use it, but if we found somebody that really needed it, that'd be a great way to kind of help them out and do something. And that's what any lab test now wants to do. And anytime we have a client or a customer, like up here in the graphic or something, if you guys do something with them, let them know you saw it on here, because that's that's how I live my life and pay for what I do. It's my living. It's who I am. So anyway, okay. So tonight we're going to be out in Bonita. They're having an emporium, an artist emporium, that's going to be like a Christmas sale for the next several weeks. And we're going to go out tonight and kind of preview it, let you know what it is. We'll be live, show you what it is. And it should be really cool because I have a lot of artists, some from the area and some from out of the area. So you're going to see things that you haven't seen before, and we'll be showing you that. I love the quote, "I don't want you to think like me. I just want you to think." Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? The brand I like is Now. Okay. Brand. I'm writing that down. Get it at any health food store. Okay. Thanks, Tony. Natural Grocers is where I got it. Okay. Allison, when are you and Kathy going back to Montana? We are going over Thanksgiving. We're going to fly out and be there over the holiday. Going to Red Lodge, Montana. My son, Jesse, who lives in Montana, is going to meet us up there. And then Christmas, he's coming back. And then we'll all go to Portland to be with my older son, Jake. So, yeah, we're just going to get the hell out of here and go to Montana. And super excited to get away. And, I mean, we're out all the time. But, I mean, just to get away like that. So, anyway. All right, I'm going to take off because I got a meeting at 2:00 with my business coach. And then after I'm done with her, I will be so smart. Really smart. She's so lucky to have me. She probably comes in here and goes, "Oh, God, here's a dumbass again." I plan to have fun. When I get together with my business coach, I usually do. Yeah, it's been a hard couple of weeks. Just keeping my head up. Going to Montana. All right, you guys, share this on your page if you want to. Hang in there, watch us, see what's going on, and we'll see what happens. I just got word from the bosses. I'm going to see if I can get down a couple more points today. All right, Jay, there you go. Oh, well, that's nice of you, Kim. Beautiful big sky country. Have a great day. All right, you guys too. Have a nice day. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.